right. A beautiful afternoon to you and your loved ones, rather, because you're watching us live. So I don't know where you're watching from right now. So we'll say good afternoon and you're welcome. So let's really talk about why we are in the studio this afternoon. It's another episode of Smiling Through Widowhood, bringing up by Healing Heart. And we want to really share a little things about what's going on with the widow. We are trying to focus on the widows, the widowers. Okay, so we're talking about widowhood, and we do this program once every month. It's actually a monthly program where we get to talk about widows and how you heal, how you come out of things like what's going on. And today's topic is going to be an amazing one because we have something very special, and that is widowhood and relationship. My name is Maki, Makky, your paddy girl, anytime, any day. So now let's talk about where you are listening to us right now or where you are watching from. This is GoPad TV. On YouTube is GoPad TV, GoPad_TV. On Facebook is GoPad TV. And of course, we're on Instagram. And you can just link up with us. We are live right now, and we have numbers that you can call as well. We have numbers you can call as well. Normally, the program is supposed to start by 3 p.m., but we're a little bit, just a little out of time, and we apologize for that. We're not supposed to keep you waiting. No, you are the VVIP here. But sometimes we do all these things to give you a very amazing view. Yeah, we just try to do all we can to bring something beautiful to you. So we apologize for coming late. I'm not alone in the studio anyway. Let's just dive into what we have today because we don't have all the time in the world. And let me also wish you beautiful Monday, full of excitement and full of beautiful things. I have with me my amazing mama in the studio. I wouldn't want to introduce her, so let her introduce herself. So let's go there. Good afternoon, mom. How are you doing today? You are not looking bad at all. Anyway, well, I shouldn't use that you're not looking bad because there's never been a day. So you're always looking charming, you're always looking beautiful, you're always looking that one is on 100. I mean, Steve's composure and even demure is on 100. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So how is everything going? How is Monday treating you today?
Thank God, everything is fine.
Did you find it hard coming here?
Yeah. And that's more reason we are starting a bit behind time. Today is so dry in town. There's this kind of sit at home, and it was so enforced. I didn't even know. Like, I didn't pass like 10 cars getting here. Exactly. Everywhere was just dry. Police everywhere. But aside that, everything is cool. All
right. Thank you so much for even coming because seriously, if you go out, you will know that it's not easy anywhere. Yeah. So you see why we had to come a bit late. Because we really want to give you what you want. All right, so we're diving into the topic, and the topic for today says that widowhood and relationship. Can you please break it down to a layman understanding, where somebody who is not into this can understand what we're trying to say when it comes to widowhood and then relationship?
Okay, we already know what widowhood is.
Yeah,
a widow is someone that lost a spouse, a lady that lost her, while a widower is someone that lost the spouse too.
Exactly.
So now we are talking about widowhood and relationship. Relationship is a close connection between two people.
Exactly.
Most times it involves romantic, sexual feelings. Most times it's just neutral and all that. But I want to start with non-romantic.
Okay.
Then we'll get to
romantic, exactly,
because they're all important. You can't avoid it.
Sure.
So widowhood and relationship, most times these things come as this. We are not prepared. Exactly. It will just come and struck you like that. So in widowhood, relationship should be is something that you be very thoughtful of when your people you relate with, even let's start with you and even your children. Widowhood and relationship. Maybe when your spouse was there, you do certain things because if you don't do this, the other person will. But when you're widowed, it's not between you and the children. It's a time for you to have a deep relationship with your children. Turn them to be your friends. Discuss let them know what you can do and what you cannot do. Let them understand. Make them your friends, basically. Then in family and friends, you really need to be intentional. Identify people that support your feeling.
Okay.
Identify those that are not putting you down. Identify people that understand your struggle. Because most times they don't even understand. They feel they do, but they don't. You understand?
Yeah.
Like I have, when it comes to friends, especially our gender, in relationships, we have mostly, even the opposite sex is not a widow's problem.
Exactly.
At all. Our genders are more problematic to us than the other way around.
The other gender. Okay.
So, somebody has been your friend, a sister, and all that, and once that tag widowhood comes, you see them behaving some type of way. I used to have a friend I should call a sister that has depended on me for everything. We could say that we had each other's back. You understand?
Yeah.
And shortly when my husband died, my children and her children they are in the same school and all that. I went for a school run normally. I wasn't depending on anybody to do anything for me. So I think my car broke down. I called my mechanic. 2 options: either to bring another car so I can go and come and get that one. On the process, the husband passed and saw me and was like, okay, since the guy is coming, let's join me, let's go. The guy will now carry this one and go and fix. So later in the evening, the wife then called me and said, I heard your car had issues on it. I said, yes, so thank God for your husband. He brought us back and all that. Normally, you understand, I wasn't just saying, hey, why didn't I call her? Why will I join the husband without calling her? And say, who is your husband?
And who are you?
And who are you? This is somebody my driver taught driving. Who is your husband? You understand? Instead, your husband, I can't even hire him as a gate man. So why will you think of, why should I join you? Who is your husband? Who are you? You understand? So let's widows not feel that because you're a widow, you don't have a voice. And you don't just be friends with people that are thinking what you're not even thinking.
Exactly.
You understand? So especially with our gender, like I said, you have to really to be mindful. And then your integrity, you won't tamper with it because you want this person to be your friend. Your steez, you won't tamper with it.
100.
Because once you do, you'll be matched. You understand? So, and even in the family sometimes, your sisters, maybe sister-in-laws, they feel this type of way that it could have been you instead of their brother. You understand?
Yeah.
So they come with this kind of attitude, but it's for you to understand that. So sometimes they are not bad, but it's their own way of grieving. So you really need to, when you're trying to grieve, you still need to understand other people. You get? And that is how you can level up relationships.
Okay. Wow. This is really interesting. Yeah. Because just like the story you just narrated, this is serious. It's a serious matter. Okay. Now we are talking about relationships. So let's come from, you said both, when relationship is being talked about, both romantic, sexually, and all of that. But now we are trying to talk about normal relationship, not sexual, the kind of relationship we have with people. Now, in a place whereby someone, okay, let's just take late Junior Pope.
All right.
The wife came out, after the husband died. I think the first job she did coming out was that of Regina Daniels' son's birthday, one of the birthdays that she planned. She's a planner, that she came out and planned. And some lady wrote something like, but Jennifer, you're not supposed to come out now to do this. You're not supposed to come out now to do that. Of course, JP just died. You're supposed to still grieve, still mourn, still do this. And then I'm asking the question, like, since we are talking about relationship now, if your spouse is dead somehow, maybe, just like you said, it's something that nobody will even pray for. Even your worst enemy you can't pray for that enemy to lose any of their spouse. Now, in this kind of a relationship, I also found out that these two were friends. So why coming out to tell her not to come out and do something? Does that mean that if the spouse is no more, she shouldn't come out and do something?
One thing you should know in this journey of widowhood, don't ever lose your voice, and don't ever allow anybody to put you there. I keep saying that. You understand? Whatever you do with your conscience clear, because that job might have been in line before
the death of the husband.
And if she did not come out to hustle, people will still say she's lazy, she's that. And if you come out to hustle, they will say, she's over the man already. No one gets over the spouse. For years, you don't. And locking yourself inside the house doesn't validate that you're grieving for if you're all over the place. But once you know that, okay, quit listening to what people will have to say. Once you know that what you're doing, your conscience is clear, okay, that job will give her some pay, isn't it? You understand?
Sure.
And coming the way the guy died, very tragic, a very young guy. So the girl wasn't prepared. She needs to. That is what she even need. I will applaud her for doing that, because most people will just be sucking and they used to say that who they cry they see. So if you're crying without seeing, you just remain there. And these people that are trying to criticize her will not even give her any kind of help. You understand?
Exactly.
So it's good to. She must have a name, like I am Uju before I become Mrs. Exactly. I am Uju before I become a widow, and it doesn't change. I mean, status can change, and it doesn't. Like when people say widow, these widows, they are not born by one parent. They are not one community. Like you describe them, that this is the way they should. These are different kind of persons. You understand? If you had been a bad child, a bad daughter, a bad wife, you are definitely going to be a bad widow. Widow a wife that now you still fight as a widow. So it doesn't say you don't say this is a widow, you behave this way, you behave that way. You understand? But most people, I would just ask the public to cut a widow some slacks. You understand? We deal with a lot. They deal with a lot. You understand? So you trying to criticize the person, even if you think that, oh, this thing is so soon, why are you her friend? Why don't you go to her and say, Anne, what do you think about this thing? That's why you are her friend. Not to go and drag her on social media and all that. You understand? That person has never been a friend. Exactly. You understand? If I'm your friend, I'll just be worried. I don't know what your in-laws will think about this, so we'll talk about it like sisters. You understand? I will even be defending you outside and now come inside and say, no, this is this way, is that way. You understand? But that person that goes out to like start dragging you, she has never been a friend. You understand? That is why I said there are things to look out for when you're in relationship with people. Any relationship that doesn't give you peace of mind, any relationship that will make you to be trying to prove yourself all the time, you understand? It's not what it. You're dealing with a lot already. You understand?
So you don't need all those other extra. Lots.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So talking about this, I think we have gotten to a good level when it comes to relationship, how you do with people and all that. So now let's talk about how you deal with your family, like the husband's family this time around.
Okay,
because we're still dealing with relationship, and we're dealing with relationship in general.
Yeah.
So let's talk about family. I've seen places where a man died and the sisters to the man seized everything. There was a relationship.
Yeah.
They were happy. They were all together. Now the man died. They're now seeing the woman as
an outsider.
The problem. Say, after all, you're not part of our family. The marriage, you got married to our brother, but it's just the children. They are related to the husband, whatever, to the family. You're not part of the family. They start fighting the woman. It's either they start accusing you of killing your husband, or they start accusing you of killing him for you to inherit this and inherit that and inherit this. So please, in this kind of a situation, how do you manage the relationship? How do you manage the fact that this person now is no more, and if this thing is not well managed, it's going to scatter? So are you going to be more concerned about you? If it is scatter, make it scatter, but I want my mental health, or you're still going to keep crying and keep trying to merge things together? I mean, make ends meet. Because a lot of persons
you cry.
A handful.
You have the right. You are human beings. You can cry, but then you don't have to cry like hopelessly. You understand? Because some of these relationships were smooth when the man was there. You understand? So one, it will hit you by surprise. Even the least person, like I shared somebody here. Yeah. So in that family, there are people that you vibe with. There are people that you're bestie, and you now see them turn against you and all that. You understand? So you meant that these people are part of you, and when you have children, the children are still there. Even when you remarry tomorrow, they're still part of you somehow. So this is where agencies like Healing Hearts Widow Support Foundation comes in. Just know your right. Know how to go about it. It's not about shouting. It's not about keeping malice. It's not about, just do your underground job, get what you want to, and after that defines your approach to each and every one of them. Anybody that says, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know, but even if after you're sorry, okay, you're sorry, yeah, but then maintain your
yes, everybody should maintain a distance.
Then you now know you're focusing on yourself. And because if they had succeeded and to take everything from you, they will not come to say they are sorry. You understand?
Exactly.
So sorry doesn't stop everything. Sorry doesn't change anything. You had an intention, you had something you wanted to do, you did not succeed, you come back and say sorry, and you expect it to be like it used to be. No, it's not possible. You understand? That's why I said you have to identify who is with you, who is not with you, and don't waste your time trying to like collecting red flags because you want this person to be close to you. You understand? When this kind of things happens, just do the right thing, follow the right channel, fight for your rights, and then maintain your distance from people that are not meaning well for you.
Okay. Now, I think we're now drawing closer, because I have a lot of questions I want to ask, because today we're talking about widowhood and relationship. And I have quite a number of young widows around. You know, I want to share this story of what happened the other time. A woman lost her husband. She was still putting on the white. They've not buried the man as at the time the problem was coming up. Then a man was dragging their land, the land that the husband bought. The man started dragging the land, and now the man used to be a family. And all these things that the man was doing is so that the woman will come and beg him, and then he will now give
maybe
her,
be the side chick.
Exactly. He will now give her his
condition.
Terms. Say, if you must take this back, then you must do this with me. You must do that with me. So in this scenario, in this place where this guy wants to have something with you, and then he knows that at this point you don't even have that strength to fight, or you might not fight him. He might even think you don't have a backup. Your husband is no more.
Yeah.
Especially when they've been looking for you before the husband even died, and then the man is no more and they want to. So how do you manage such a relationship as a woman? Because I think is a problem. A lot of persons don't want to help you now, genuinely.
Yeah.
They want to get something because the man is no more there. So let me just get my own nationality. And not like they want to even keep the person.
Yeah.
So how do we manage this one now?
It's not a relationship. The person had just happened to be a relative of your husband. You understand?
Okay.
You can't call that somebody wants a monkey and banana situation a relationship. You understand? Just when you say monkey take banana, the monkey will come, you and grab the monkey. So the man is giving you terms and conditions to help you sort things out. Like I said, the person will just go through the right channel. You understand?
Yeah.
Most times you're a bad wife because you don't agree to some terms. You understand?
Exactly.
Most people that say, hey, because you're a community side chick, all the uncles and everybody, you understand, you're in good terms with them because you swallow some nonsense. You understand?
Things, exactly.
So once you know you're right and do the right thing, here we can talk about a romantic relationship in widowhood.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
It's very genuine for a woman for a widow or even a widower to want to start
life all over again.
But the most important thing is that you have to heal first. You don't jump into a relationship because you want to escape what you're experiencing. That one it won't go well. Like Mama will always say, you still bleed on the new man. You understand? So you have to heal first. You understand? Come to this conclusion. Okay, I've gotten over this. I can, not because you need when you shift in the night, you need man by your side. Even when the man is now misbehaving, you will just, and when you are going into romantic relationship with any man, if you want to remarry, if you want to just date before you see somebody to remarry, you have to really, really consider your children. You have to really, really consider your self-respect. You understand? Because sometimes when young widows want to remarry, it's just there's this thing we'll call widow's fire.
Okay.
Some people why grieving, they feel all that sexual urge and all that, and when you use that time to go and enter into it's a very bad time to enter into a relationship. That time you're having this widow's fire is when you're missing your late husband or your late one so much. You understand? So these things occurs, but it's not the right time to jump into any relationship. You have to go through that and understand that you are alone. This man is not coming back, even when you are having that all those fire and all
exactly.
that. If that man comes to lie beside
you run.
You fly. You understand?
You run.
You run. You understand? But allow that phase to pass. You understand? People grieve in different ways. There are people that when they are grieving, you just pass them and say, "Hey, fine woman." It looks like an insult to them. There are people that you say, "Hey, fine girl." They start blushing. You understand? It's different for different people. You understand?
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is that when you want to start a genuine relationship or you want to remarry, make sure you have healed, that you just want to move on. And that does not mean, some people sometimes they are held back with guilt. Maybe what will this man think? Am I now? You're not wiping away his memory. You can never. You understand? That is why when you're going into a new relationship, you must find somebody that understands you. Somebody that listens. Not somebody that has patience. You can be a friend. You can be friends with somebody for a long period of time before intimacy. Somebody that has that kind of patience is not. And why I said you should consider your children is because maybe you have young girls. Some men will come for buy one get one free.
Oh.
You understand? And by the time you know it, some women will be suffering. They won't even have mouth to say. You know that this person you call your husband now is molesting your daughter. And you are into that marriage because you don't know, you don't want to come out, you don't want to complain, and you'll be dying in silence. You understand? So you really have to be clear in your mind, in your spirit. Yes, this is what I want. And who is that man? You cannot go below your husband's standard. Don't go below your wife or husband's standard. You understand? Because there are so many widows, maybe the husband left them wealth, and what they now need is
a sugar boy.
A sugar boy. That's the worst mistake you will do. You understand? Because if you are dating somebody that doesn't even know
how the man
made the money and all that, you understand? Unless you're seeing one potential in him that, okay, this guy is calm, this guy is maybe sometimes you will not count age, you understand? But I strongly believe that you want to, there are things you talk to me now, I'll be checking your IQ. Does it reach my late husband's IQ? What will I even be saying? That things somebody will tell me, I'll say, Chineke, na dim gana turn kwa grave. You understand? Yes. When you have that standard, you understand, and then your children knows that you know what you're doing. And any man that is coming into your life and does not like your children, and you feel that you're in love, and you start like having issues with your children for somebody who is just coming in, you don't even know if he wants to stay. You understand? That is a mistake that some women make, you understand? So you really have to be in that state where your mind is clear on what you want to do, and before you go into any relationship, you understand? It's not because you feel some type of way at night, you want to quench your feeling. Anybody that comes along, you understand? And another thing that I will tell my fellow widows, especially the young ones, if you enter into any relationship without thinking, you keep introducing uncles to your children. This uncle will come today, another one will come tomorrow, another one will come. Which one is the uncle? Exactly. So these are the things, and when you're doing that, these children are beginning to lose love and respect for you. At the long run, you might not see these men, but you will be with those children. You get to a point that they have lost it. You will no longer be their friend. They will trust strangers more than they trust you, because you are not making right judgment. You are not making good decisions before them. So why would they come to you? Your daughter will even be trying to date, or somebody's checking, and she will not come and tell you, because you know that you don't even have. There are people that will date somebody that their daughter cannot even talk to. Is that bad? You understand?
Exactly.
Through this Healing Hearts Widowhood support system, we have seen and heard a lot. So sometimes it's not about the in-laws. It's not even, like I said, if you've been a bad child, if you've been a bad daughter, you can still be a bad widow. There is no...
You don't change.
You don't change because
you're not a widow.
So because sometimes people will like, because you're a widow, people will want to give you all the sympathy in the world without knowing. We've had a case of a widow that is living in the husband's family house, and a man will be coming there to visit her. I was like, when I heard this, I said, like, those family members, were they jazzed? You understand?
I don't understand.
So a man will come and visit you and stay, and maybe when he's coming, he'll carry one loaf of bread. In the house. Visit you
as what? I don't know. As uncle to the children,
as a
brother
friend,
to their brother.
As a friend. So that's the most disrespect you can give to your late husband. That's the most disrespect you can give to even your in-laws around. You understand? So many women have gone, okay, in that process, I think the lady even got pregnant. The man ran away. So you know that you are dealing with somebody that is quite irresponsible. Why would you do that? You understand? So if a man cannot provide for you, why is he coming to you?
Are you killing yourself over?
If you want to remarry, okay, let him do the right thing. Meet my people, meet these people. Okay, Mama, Papa, I need to like move ahead in my life and all that. I'm still a young person. There are even young widows that you see that will have just a child, very tender age and all that. You even encourage them, please look for love. Because for how long will you do that?
Exactly.
You understand? And then coming to the widowers, you understand? It's easier for them to go into relationship. Sometimes this is a man's word we say, you understand? But it's equally okay for them to do that. But it's equally right and not right for them to do it quickly without thinking of their children. You understand? I've seen a man. So, like you first asked, when is the right time for a man to for a widow to start
dating. Yes,
there is no time.
So any time is time.
No time, yeah.
But you must at least give the person 1 year.
Good 1 year. There's even more than a year. You understand what I mean? That you can't say it's 5 years, because you can meet somebody nice in 2 years. You can meet in 15 years. So I can't say between this and this time. And there are so many people that will be doing holier than thou. So that people will not say they don't do this, but they will be rotten inside. Instead of you to be doing that, and you've stayed 15 years, but what you're doing inside, if anybody sees it, the person will run. They will run. It's better you come out and have a normal relationship, remarry and all that. Why I'm saying that there is no time is because I've seen a man that lost the wife, and the children were still tender. So he said he wanted to give the wife like 10 years before he will remarry, because he doesn't want somebody to come in and start maltreating the children.
Yeah.
And he did that.
Wow.
He did that, and finally he married, and all those things he feared
still happen.
It still happened. So it's not about the time, it's about meeting the right person. That's why I said you have to be clear here when you're meeting people. Like there are people that you talk with in 2 weeks, you just block them. Exactly. There are people that you talk with 1 year, you feel like talking to them all the time. You understand? So don't say because this person knows how to do the magic in bed, and you enter,
and then you want to now
you understand. So that is not the basics to choose a relationship. You understand? So when you say how long, you really need to give this man some respect. You understand? But the how long, whether 2 years, 10 years, 15 years, is for you to be sound yourself. You understand? To be able to make the right choices.
Okay. I wanted to ask a question earlier, but you just answered the question while you were trying to tell us how long. Yeah, I wanted to come to that aspect of the widowers, because sometimes it's as if those people are not even widowers. I mean, I don't. Sometimes I feel like
they've been widowers before the widow.
They've been widowers before the widow, because before these people get to this I know you understand what I'm. Before these people get to this level,
like I said, it's a man's world.
You know,
especially in this part of the world.
You see a man dying over a woman, you know, and then all of a sudden the wife dies. You see, that woman, that lady will still be at the night vigil. In fact, she will be the one consoling the man.
Yeah.
So while you are mourning your wife that will be buried tomorrow, you already laying your head somewhere else.
Of course, now they said like the fellow man will say, go away na console. You know, go away na problem, go away na console the person. So in this area of men, I want to come to the widowers now. Is it possible for a widower to stay without getting married, just like the way widows do it? You know, is this widowhood thing that I've seen things like a woman of 2 kids, 2 tender kids, will just tell you outrightly, I don't want to marry again. One woman told me that I will never see a man like my husband. Sure.
And I like, your kids are still tender. Do you want to marry? He said, no, I will not. And I don't want to have anything to do with anybody. It's my children, my God, and my business. I don't want to have anything. But somehow, if there are 1,000, you see that just maybe 10 men that will say that.
Yeah.
The rest will actually. So the thing I want to ask is, men, is their own different? I mean, maybe they use women to date their own. Why the women use their kids to dequela their own? Because the whole thing is somehow.
Men have always been men, you get. Even while as a young girl you're dating, you're courting, you're doing all that. Maybe you have a break with the man you called your friend. You have a misunderstanding. Men get over you with another you. But you're home sucking and you understand.
Exactly.
Trying for that break to
heal, maybe,
so that looking for somebody to go and talk to him or somebody he will send. even when you're sending somebody to come and talk to you, he's already getting over you with another person.
Person.
So when the sabbatical is over, you come back, you people continue. You understand? So men, that's their nature. You understand? Okay. And because women they are the one that holds the family. Most times, men go out there to like fend for the family, hustle and all that. They are not gifted with taking care of
house
the children,
doing
house and also. So they feel compelled to get somebody that will help them to take care of the children. You understand? That one is genuine. You understand?
Okay.
But because you feel you're a man, I've seen a man that the wife died. It wasn't up to a year.
Yeah, I know someone too.
And he remarried. This one, even the father, the guy's father was not in support. He took some elders he bribed or he bought and went to the girl's family and did all the traditional rites, and they are married. And up to today, the father-in-law doesn't talk to that. So that even if the thing is pushing you people can be doing what you're about. Give that person that respect. You understand? So it's okay for a man. It's normally okay for them because they've been, like I said, they've been promiscuous.
They've been eating before the party started.
Before the party. So it doesn't mean anything. But in doing that, they should also look out for women that are there to hold the home together. Not just because you have this fire for this woman, let her come in, and then your children will turn to. You should respect the memory of the wife you married. You understand? And the way you respect that memory is by making sure that the children are well catered for. So somebody that will come in and love these children is a plus. It's not because you like this. They carry front, they carry back, and you now bring the person into the house.
Now come and show both you and the children pepper.
But no, you will never show the man pepper.
Now the children now.
It's the children because that's the spec the man wants. He's only seeing the spec. He's not seeing the other way. So, like you asked, it's almost right for them to do that because they need somebody to look after the children. But women can even hold the family without them, because most times even the men, that's why you have women here in Nigeria, their husbands are somewhere, they're not even living together.
Exactly.
You understand?
Those ones are already living like widows.
Yeah, they're already living like that. So when the man is not there, they can manage. You understand? But men can hardly do that. So it's easier for a man to remarry than
a woman.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is very interesting. Okay, so we're wrapping up. Actually, like I told you, I wouldn't want to bore you with a lot of questions. So I want to ask: are there challenges? I mean, are there challenges of dating a widow?
Yeah.
Are there challenges when you want to date a widow? Can you tell us some of the challenges you will encounter? I'm not going to ask you of that widowers. Okay, but let's talk about widows. Are there challenges when you want to date a widow? Okay,
I will not look at it as a challenge. You understand? Let me use it as a tip to men that want to date a widow.
Okay.
One, if you want to date a widow, you already know that this person carries a baggage of the memory of the husband, baggage of the children. So you will love everything about her. One. Two, you will have a listening ear. You will be patient. You understand?
Yeah.
These are hurdles that when you pass, you understand? Because some people, like, when they come, they expect you not to talk about me. I talk about my husband every other day.
Every day.
Like, there are things that will happen and I say, hey, my husband will do that. But I talk about it from a good place. Yes. You understand? Not as if I'm comparing the person with anybody. But if you're around me, even being a lady or a man, you'll say, why are you talking about a dead man? Are you there to compete with a ghost?
Exactly.
So if you're in a place that you think you're competing with, then you're not man enough. You understand? You should. There are moments that this woman will want to, like memorials, birthdays, things that she shared with this husband of hers. You understand? You should respect such dates. Those are moments that you'll be even more loving. But some people will start saying, why is this still remember? So if you die, I should forget you like that.
Just like that.
You understand? So these are the things you have to, if you want to. Most men really like to date widows because they feel they are more experienced.
Experienced, yeah.
Yes, they are more experienced. they come with experience. One, they come with this.
They're mature. They have seen it all.
They have seen it all. They come with gratitude. They come with resilience. If they can hold their family like this, what you understand, they can hold anything. You understand? You get what I'm saying? So if you want such thing, you should know how to go about it. It's not about what you want. It's also about what the woman wants and what you can bring on the table for the woman. Because this woman needs stability. She has been stable to a point without you. Exactly. You can't come in and mess her life up. Everything. You understand? So you need to study this kind of person and know, okay, what are the things that I say that she doesn't like? Like, let's assume now you want to remarry, you want to marry a widow, and maybe the child will do something. You say careless things like, I know kill you of a papa.
Exactly.
That kind of a thing. You understand? Or you tell the woman, do I look like your late husband, or do I look like your stupid husband? Exactly. There are things you don't open your gutter mouth to say. You understand? So if you should think of this woman's emotions, the children's emotion, and every other thing. So if you're mature enough, in fact, I think that only mature people should go for widows, because if you're not mature, you cannot. You understand? So now it's even like I said, is a tip for the men that want to. It's also a tip for widows that want to remarry. These are the things you look out for in a man. You understand? Not just any man, because maybe you feel, and don't ever make any man see you that like you're a burden
to them.
Yeah.
Even as a widow.
Even as a widow, no. You expect. Even as a widow. Widow is just a status. You understand? You have always been a spec. And that's why we will talk about empowerment. If you're empowered, you understand, no man will come to you as a burden.
Exactly.
Or when you do this, I just help your life. Oh, I'm helping your life by accepting you too. You understand? So in relationship, you don't go low. You don't go low. Like I said, don't go below the standard of whoever married you, unless the person's standard is there. You even need to step up, because now you know better.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one last question, but before then, I also want to tell our viewers and those who are listening to us right now, you can call us. The number is displayed on the screen. You can just call on the number. Maybe something is bagojola ganya,
I need
something is bagojola ganya, and you need clarification. So you need to call us right now, or you drop a message and tell us what you feel on that side. So if there's something you're not getting right, then just do what you need to do at this point in time. You understand? So the number is on our screen right now, and the number is on 081 0685 9753. So that's the number you're going to call, or you just drop a message on that note. I must say that you have really done justice to the topic. You said, yeah, you have. You've said a lot of things to what we are discussing, but I really want us to come back to this. This is going to be the last question I'll ask you now, and that question is on what would be your advice to women who are, to widows now, because while we were talking, you brought that up. So I want to now get your advice on the widows that are dating younger men. I mean, dating younger men, they don't want to marry. Okay. And they don't want to stay. When somebody doesn't want to marry, I'm tired of men issues. I've heard it here. I don't want to do this. I just want to have
they
this.
They just want to quench their fire.
Just what they need is a quencher. Somebody who quenches the fire, somebody who is there to tell them, at this point in time, this is what I want you to do for me. This is what I want to do for me. I don't want a husband. I don't want you to do anything. I will even be funding. I'll give you everything you want. Just satisfy me. Just make sure I'm good. Are those people not disrespecting their spouse at some point, and even the widowhood as a whole?
Let me correct you. I told you, don't ever say widowhood as a whole, because
exactly, because
like you said, some people are even in their husband's home funding or that. When what you are, widowed or not. You understand? What you are. I can only advise them because you have a tag and people are looking up to you. You understand? If your mother did not train you, am I the one that will train you?
That will come and train you.
But at least train yourself for your children. You understand? Even this is what you do. Why will you do to the point that people now know you? Is it an Olympic this thing that you are collecting trophy? You understand? So that person need to train herself for her children, for her, and have self-respect for herself. You understand? It's not about because she's a widow, she has been that kind of person before that time, or like like there are some widows that even, like we said, so widowers are widowed before.
Yes, exactly.
There are widows that are widowed before
they even become, yes. Before they become the widows itself. I
know someone that she was, when she was married, the husband was still alive. The marriage was kind of cat and dog. The man was well-to-do, and this girl is the first child in her family. So the younger siblings were looking up to her. But this man wouldn't allow her to do anything. Any business she starts, he would want to quench it. So he wants the girl to be so dependent on him. You understand? And when the siblings come, you don't even give them what they have. You want them to see you as Lord. And the ones you give are the ones that are worshiping you. You understand? They can be going for a function. Just two of them in front of the car. The ladies' siblings will enter keke and come for the same. You understand? So this kind of, when the man now died, the woman was like celebrating.
So all the things that she didn't do while the man was alive, you just start doing them now.
So sometimes you check the background. You understand? And when they do this, they do it ignorantly because they feel, okay, I'm free. I can do this now. You understand? But this is not a time to do that. At a point, you get this tag all over you that this is what you do, and you are doing it because you think you are doing the latest. But at that point, you are doing it to yourself. Anybody that will mention your name. They will not remember what your husband used to do.
Exactly.
You understand? So this is even the time for you to like sit back, make your children your friend. Those things you think you did not do. Okay, you did not enjoy the money. Do it in the right way. You understand? When you bring people to help you enjoy money that you don't know where, it will finish one day.
It will.
And those guys, you will not see them again. So it's just about how you are, because these people, if I'm advising you, where is your mom? You understand?
Exactly.
And your family not seeing what you're doing. But it just boils down to somebody like she wasn't ready before going into that relationship. It was just a kind of a strategy for her to deal with that pain. It doesn't last. And by the time she realizes it, it will be so late. So I will advise that the person will need to calm down and do things right. You understand? That's just my advice. But to say that widows that that person, that's her lifestyle. And her lifestyle doesn't change because she's a widow. And it doesn't change because you're a married. Even some politicians' wives does that. But because we are talking about widows now,
exactly.
I'm just saying that they should do the right thing. They should also have some self-respect and always put their children first. Because these children, they have friends. Social media is everywhere. It's not something you do one day. They will say, look at your mother here, look at you, understand?
Exactly.
So, and some in time to come, your children will get married. The boys will want to marry, the girls will want to marry. Is it when they're not asking about them, somebody will say, is it this woman's daughter? Is it this woman's son? So those are the things you consider. Don't just celebrate the man's death because he was mean to you and now start spoiling your own name.
Oh wow, this is really, 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 really interesting, and I love every bit of it. I love the way you're answering those questions and how he's not answering the question. But I'm going to throw my last question, and I promise you after
your
this
last
question, in fact, I've mentioned it like 3.
I've had like 3 last questions.
I'm going to mention my last. I'm going to mention my last question, and then we'll call it a day. And this my last question is it important? Okay, not important actually. Is it wise for a young widow? I mean, young, very young, somebody who is young, maybe in late 20s, early 30, to date. I mean, The person might even say, I don't want to get married again. I just want to date. I just want to have a man who keeps me company, who talks to me. We love each other. But when it comes to that aspect of marriage, I don't want marriage. We'll just be taking care of ourselves, friends with benefit. Should there be anything like that?
Okay. That's what I said. You have to be clear of what you want in the first place. Some people will say, I'm not ready to marry, but you can...
I just want to date. I just want to have somebody.
You can start like that. You don't want to marry because at that point you feel you don't want to go through this process again. But on that dating process, you might see that person that, okay, it's worth spending the rest of my life with. Whatever you do it respectfully. You understand? If this is what you want, and not because, okay, you just want to, there should be a relationship, not from pillar to post.
From one person to the other, from pot to pita.
You called it a relationship because you want to check out if this person will work out or if it doesn't work out. But not because, okay, maybe initially you don't have that
intention of
going into marriage, and it can even lead to, like I said, there are friendship that what widows really want is companionship. Somebody can, because what to me is like you go out every day, you come back, you gist with your husband, you say, oh my God, this marital gossip, we miss it a lot. You understand? Me, I gossip shege. So if I see somebody that I gossip with now, you understand? Be you a man, be you a woman that understands me and I gossip with now, that kind of a thing. The person might not even be in the same location with me. But you okay, this person listens to you, he understands you, she understands you. This is what you want for now. You understand? If he to marriage, fine. If he doesn't, you leave it at that. But just give yourself respect. That's it. Because biblically, it's wrong for you to just be going around dating. But if you cannot stay, please remarry. If it's better that you remarried and then it didn't work out. We are not saying die there. You understand? Because some people can even come disguised.
Exactly.
You understand? At the long run, you now see that the package you open is not what...
It's not what it's supposed to be.
You know all these gift wrappers that used to shine.
Exactly. So what the content is not...
when they are presented...
The content is not even anything compared to the container.
Exactly. So that is... why you should take time. Yes, you should take time to see the real content, because there is shine content, there is the package, there is the waterproof shine free waterproof inside before you see the inner
thing that is
so
there.
It's good to take your time. If this is what you really want, it's good to take your time, so you can say I've seen widows that are remarried and came out before 1 year. So why did you rush in the first place? So if you can have a good relationship and watch this thing and see where it's going to, it's better than, okay, because people will not say, I'm dating now. You go and rush into marriage and come out, and you marry again and come out. Okay, I have a widow that the husband died. She become almost a celibate. You understand?
Yeah.
She was into this church thing and everything. She met a man of God. They were saying, okay, they want to marry. Finally, they married. And you know, this inside this church, there are so many things inside, especially when they use man of God
to cover.
So you're in love with a man of God. The two of you will speak in tongues from morning to night. You understand? They win souls for Christ. It's no sex before marriage.
Exactly.
You understand? That was the agreement. You understand? But this man had a skeleton in his cupboard. So. And the woman was more well-to-do than the pastor, obviously. So, because they announced sisterly and brotherly love in Christ, the woman was bringing out everything. The man was diverting to where he wants to divert. And when they finally married, it now happened that the man had a condition. He had erectile dysfunction. So most people you see as pastor, it's not because they are pastor, because they are pastoring, and they will tell you no sex before marriage. find out. There are ways to find out.
Exactly.
There are ways to find. Even if you are joking and laugh, you can do your hand like this and see if that thing is functioning. Not until you understand.
Exactly.
Not until. So you cannot tell me as a grown-up woman that have gone through normal marriage before. You have your kids. You are somebody who will not trick you into a marriage that there are issues that you didn't even find out before, because you are doing. There are ways to find out. You understand?
Exactly.
Whatever you do, apply wisdom. You understand? So that marriage packed up too. So would that person now go back to say, I want to marry? It's better for her to just stay on her own.
Exactly.
So whatever you're doing, do with wisdom and have your clear mind of what you want to do and what you want to get in the relationship.
Oh wow! I must say that we have really discussed this part. I mean, it's a two-way thing, just like what you said. You understand? And I've already, somebody asked me that question, so I said it would be nice I bring it up, because I'm of this opinion that it will come to a point whereby somebody have seen a lot. This person has seen a lot and doesn't want to go into it again. And then the person will say, I don't want to do this again. If this is how this is, then I can't go into this again. But I must say that we have really talked about a whole lot of things. We have dissected a lot of things. A lot of persons will also get something meaningful from what we have said. You understand?
Someone is saying that the phone lines are not going through.
Oh, and I don't know why that is happening. Please, I think the number to call is on the screen. Please do call the number, or you can even send us a text message, because I think this time before we round up, we'd like to get a call, one or two. So the number is still 081 06 8579 or 97 52 081 60 okay 081 06 85 9752. All right, that's the number. Or you can even go on Facebook and send us a text message. If you're trying the number and it's not connecting, I don't know why that is happening right now. So I think you can just send us a text message. If the number is not going, you can just send a direct message. We'll read your text message to know what's happening. Okay, I think I have a message. Okay, so what you just need to do is just to send us a text message and we'll read that out, or you call us on the number that is here. We'll also pick your call. All right, I don't know why that is happening, but I think it's maybe a technical issues and we're going to resolve that immediately. The number's not going, it's going to be a technical issue and we're going to resolve that immediately. The number is still 081 06 85 9752. That is the number to call, and I'm sure the number has been going way before now, so I don't know what the problem is. So you can just send us a text message. We'll get that. All right, send us a text message. We'll get that, because we are coming towards the end of the service. So before I let you go, that is not the last question, because I don't have that question. But before I let you go,
enough of last questions.
Before I let you go, I would like us to talk on healing heart.
Okay.
You brought it in between while we were talking. We know that this program is being sponsored or is a program owned by Healing Heart. So we want a situation whereby you tell us what Healing Heart is really all about and how people can benefit from it. And also, someone who is not a widow or a widower, can the person come into, maybe the person is having issues in marriage, because a lot of issues are in marriage now, a whole lot of them in marriage. Can the person come in to that to Healing Heart and then get healed, as the name implies?
Sure.
Healing Heart.
Sure.
So let's hear
Healing Heart, in as much as it's Healing Heart Widowhood Support Foundation.
Okay.
Which focuses more on widows and widows' children, and to an extent, even widowers' children and widowers, because we have some widowers in our file. You understand?
Yeah.
That you help to get justice, you help to take care of their children, you help to like do all. There's also a coaching platform. There is also a coaching platform that you can use. There is a Widowhood coaching platform owned by Barrister Gozie Udemeso. Okay. This can take care of non-widows. There's a lot of she also sometimes organize program for single moms. You understand? I think it covers the that covers your question.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but we need to take that call before we proceed. Hello. Good afternoon. Okay.
Does have a speaker?
Oh, sorry, we just lost that call, but I think you can just call us back. I'm so sorry about that. I think that's my own fault as a village woman that I am. So the number is still 08106859752. Please do well to call us back. I apologize for that. 08106859752. All right. So please just call us back because we will take your call. All right, Marcel, please, while we're waiting for that call, let's also hear from.
I was saying that that this platform.
Okay, this person wants us to
use the speaker. Okay.
Hello.
Hello,
good afternoon. This is Go Pack TV. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Ifeanyi. I'm calling from Abuja.
All right, Mr. Ifeanyi, all the way from Abuja. Nice having you on the show. Please go ahead, sir.
I just want to appreciate you for what you are doing there.
Thank you.
Following this program, so I just want to commend you people.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
You guys should keep it up.
Thank you.
I really appreciate the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
I just want to commend you people.
Thank you.
If I may ask, are you a widower or you have a widow in your family that you are appreciating the program for?
I didn't get you.
I say, if I may ask, are you a widower or you have a widowed sister or a widowed brother that you are appreciating the program? Okay. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you very much,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Thank you. All right. Okay. All right. All right, that's all the way from Abuja. And of course, you guys watching right now, you can also put up a call because Mrs. Uju is ready to do justice to all the questions. I mean, she's capable. Her steez is on 100. So she's ready to answer all the questions and do all the things you want her to do. All right, so let's get that last part before we
are talking about. You asked if non-widows can actually get assistance from
Healing Heart.
Healing Hearts, yes. And I told you that in Healing Hearts there are other aspect of Healing Heart that deals with coaching, grief, because some people grieve over their relations. It mustn't be that deals with grief coaching. There is also room for siblings to the deceased and all that. There is room for single moms. In fact, our mama normally has a program with the single moms and all that. So it's just one package in all. You understand? Okay. Once you step into that Healing Hearts office, whatever your problem is, there's a department for it.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. So if you are just following up for the first time, or you're just following the program for the first time, this is a program sponsored by Healing Heart. A program
Widowhood Support Foundation.
Widowhood Support Foundation, okay? Yes, Widowhood Support Foundation. So this program is brought to you by Widowhood Support Foundation. And you know where you're watching this is Go Pack TV. And we had a very interesting moment on the show. Yes, in as much as we're still on the show, but we had, you know what I'm using, because because I've had a lot of beautiful stuff from our guest today. She has done a lot of beautiful work to the topic, and I want to really appreciate you for coming, despite the fact that the road was still on it. Exactly. No, I don't have any last question. I don't have any other last question because seriously, our last question don't long past the question itself, but all the same. So thank you so much for coming, and I wish to also have you people next month.
Thank you.
And give us your last word.
Okay, my last word will be to tell my tribe that the kindest thing that you do to yourself or for yourself is to know when a relationship ends.
Okay.
In this struggle, in this struggle called widowhood, because it's a struggle, you deal with it every other day. There are people you will not get to the end with, even family members.
Exactly.
Appreciate when a relationship ends.
Exactly.
Leave it, focus. It might hurt, but God is planning something bigger for you. You understand? But because sometimes people tend to hold back something that doesn't serve them, something that doesn't suit them, and you'll be hurting more. But immediately you understand that this thing has to end, and you look for people that understand you, that vibe with you, understands your pain, your journey, and every other thing. You have a small circle. Your relationship should be tight and dear to you. Not everything you see, just because you want to you want people to know that you know Mrs. this one, you know Mr. that one. No. Be kind to yourself too. Give yourself that respect to value who values you, and keep to distance those that doesn't value you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we've heard all the things she said. This one is not just to the widows and the widowers. It's even to you single person that is into relationship, keep going up and coming. They broke your heart and you want to die there. He said you shouldn't die there. Maybe there is something beautiful or better ahead of you. This is where we'll come to the end of today's show. This is where we're going to call it a day. It's been an amazing time. And lastly, want to apologize again for starting late. But I promise you the next one is not going to be like that. My name is Maki and this is Go Park TV. So keep watching Go Park TV. For today, we say bye.
Bye.
See you again.